Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today I want to respond to a viewer comment. I really appreciate your suggestions on what type of videos and recordings you'd like to see. So this one is about what to do when your ex finally contacts you. And she starts off by saying, I understand how to approach text messages and other social media messages. Respond when there's something substantial. Yes. And by something substantial, I mean that they sound humble and they have no attitude. Because if they're not humble in their messages and they have an attitude, y'all ain't getting back together anytime soon. So what's the point of responding? So if they hit you up with, hey, or hey you, or what's up, what's new, hey stranger, so we're not talking now, this is what we're doing now, what's going on, that does not warrant a response. Because there's no point in responding and breaking no contact unless there's a chance that you're going to get back together, right? That's what you're doing by doing no contact. You're doing it to get back together. So don't ruin it now by responding too early. Because if someone is interested in getting back with you and you don't respond to that initial text or call, they will try again, okay? You can't be impatient and just jump on any little crumb they throw at you. They're going to have to work to get you back. Because otherwise, if they break up with you and they just send you a hey and you respond, then they know that they really don't have to put a lot of work in to get you back if they break up with you, meaning that they probably won't have a problem breaking up with you again. But if they break up with you and they realize, wow, I may not get this person back, then if you do get back together, they're going to think twice and 3 times and 4 times before they break up with you again. As I talked about in the video, Powerful Proof That No Contact Works, the girl's ex contacted her after a few months, and the first message was, I'm sorry if I ever hurt you. And she was so done with him, she didn't even bother responding. Most of us would have responded. So what does he do? 2 weeks later, he responds and says that he misses her and he made a mistake and he wants her back, etc., something like that. And it's interesting that he waited 2 weeks because he was still thinking, yes, she's going to respond. Yes, she's going to respond. At some point he realized, oh my God, she's not going to respond. What am I going to do? And since he wanted to get back with her, he contacted her again and he was humble and expressed the truth. He was real. Continuing on, she says, what about phone calls? You said to know why the other person who broke up with you is calling, to be prepared. Yes, if you don't know why they're calling, don't answer. Because maybe they're dialing by mistake. It might be pocket dialing where their phone is calling you and they're not trying to call you. Or they're just going to say, hey, but over the phone. So don't answer when they call unless you absolutely know what they're calling about, which in most cases you probably won't. She continues on, if the person calls 3 or 4 times, but I don't know why, would it be okay then to answer? No. If they want to get back with you, they're going to have to put in an effort. An effort means leaving a message. And if they don't want to be vulnerable enough to leave a message and possibly have you not return the call, then they're not that interested in getting back with you. Because if they really want to get back with you and they call you 2 or 3 times and you don't respond and you don't call them, guess what? They're finally going to leave a message or they're going to send a text. So don't be that easy. Continuing on, she says, what if they leave a voicemail saying they want to talk? Do I wait for them to call me again or do I call them back? Well, yeah, when they finally leave a message, then obviously call them back, not right away. I would wait the next day, or you can even text them and say, hey, got your message. What do you want to talk about? Again, they need to show they're willing to put in the effort, and you need to show them that they have to work for you, that you're not just going to jump all of a sudden when you hear from them. Okay, so to recap, when you finally hear from your ex, whether it's a text or a call or a voicemail, you do not respond unless they are humble and apologetic. Either one of those. But they can't have an attitude. If they have an attitude, there's no point in talking. So don't be in a rush to talk to them, because just because they contacted you, it doesn't mean you're getting back together. That's just the first step. It's a slow process, but you have to do it right. Otherwise, if they know they can come back that easily, what's to stop them from breaking up with you again? So if you would like to work with me personally through private coaching, you can contact me at my website, theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.